Hello there, man. This week has been hell for me. It's just under so much stress. I gotta do a lot of things, but none of that matters because tonight is the night that we call Friday. And at Friday nights, we got the blue brand. We got SmackDown. I'm wearing my blue shirt just for that. And of course, this is another review for SmackDown. 21st of October. If only I could speak. And let me tell you something. This week, SmackDown was absolutely mid. And it's gonna be like that for a long while until we get a go-home show or until we get close to Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. So just keep that in mind. Go in with low expectations so you don't get disappointed. Just go in with the expectation of having a little bit of fun, and more than likely, you're gonna have fun. And so I had fun while watching the show. As you can see, it started with the Brawling Brutes. More specifically, Sheamus took on Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline. He's the man of the hour, and I don't know how long Solo trained, how long he's been wrestling. I'm pretty sure he's quite new to the business, but he's like a fish in water. He's amazing, absolutely amazing. Now this match was nothing special, to be honest. In fact, recently, I'd say this is one of the most underwhelming matches of Solo Sikoa, but still very good. It still gets the point across. The Bloodline at the end beats the hell out of Sheamus. They injure his arm. Obviously, Sheamus loses as well. I thought the match was okay. I thought this angle was okay, I guess. We know the rumors are that the Bloodline will go up against the Fiend with all the, the rabbit, the witch and all that. They're gonna go do war games. So them injuring Sheamus like this is kind of interesting. And honestly, it's good because now Sheamus has to go away. And if he ever was to go away again, this is the perfect time because he lost to Gunther time and time again. And he lost to Solo Sikoa. Doesn't matter if it was dirty or not, he lost. And he kind of hit the rock bottom. So hopefully he won't be back next week. Hopefully he'll just be gone for maybe even a month or two. So we can miss him. And when he comes back, we want to see him more. We're more interested in his promos and his matches because, like I said, he just kept on losing and he lost here tonight. Though it's interesting, like I said, War Games, is this gonna change things now? We're gonna have to wait and see, but I'm sure everything is gonna get kicked into second gear after Crown Jewel. I mean, here we have the Bloodline celebrating without Roman Reigns again. But at this point, we're used to it. Then out comes Liv Morgan with her new gimmick that I didn't want to give any chance to. Still didn't set me on fire. Still, gotta be honest, didn't like it that much. But at least, this was one of her better matches with Sonia Deville. Liv kicked the hell out of Sonia Deville again. And at one point, this was it, I think. They went outside the ring. Let me see here. Yeah, this is it. And the ref just as soon as Liv Morgan's feet touched the ground, she was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's over. Jesus Christ, slow down. I get the point. You're going to do double count out, but you could have been a tiny bit slower. I don't like it because it's also inconsistent. And how I don't like inconsistency, right? The last episode, for the last couple of shows, you have the wrestlers walking all over the ref. They don't give a damn about rules, and the refs don't enforce the rules at all properly. But here, all of a sudden, now the 10 count matters. Sometimes it takes 10 years for a 10 count. In this case, it takes even less than 10 seconds, it feels like. Come on, man. Nothing. You wouldn't have lost anything if the 10 count lasted a little longer, like how it usually does. Literally would have lost nothing, and you would have kept the consistency. But, other than that, this match was all right. Got the point across. Superplex to the chair from the second rope, not the top rope. So, just looks good. Looks okay. I had no idea what Liv Morgan was trying to get across in her match with Ronda Rousey, right? When she lost and she was smiling. But now with her... did she cut a promo? I guess not. This week she didn't do that, but with this match I get what she's trying to go for now a bit more. And one thing I would like to see in the future is now, since Extreme Rules is behind us, Liv Morgan needs to be the only person on both Raw and SmackDown to do extreme stuff like this every week. If possible, she shouldn't do these every week either. What I'm trying to say is if everyone else does stuff like this, extreme stuff like Liv Morgan is doing, then it's obviously going to devalue what she's doing, and it's going to devalue weapons, tables in general. One proof, you can go ahead and watch AEW. Anyways, not much more to talk about here, but we can talk about Braun Strowman. He has decent delivery on the mic. He calls out Omos, or Almas, I guess, Maybe you wanted Andrade to come back, who knows. But I just thought the way you pronounced Omos' name was funny. Anyways, MVP comes out with his banger of a theme and, talks down to a little bit to Braun Strowman, but doesn't call him, a loser. You're definitely a monster, that's what MVP says. And then Omos comes out in a suit, which I loved. Honestly, more stars need to look like this. Like stars. Because unless it's your gimmick to be really laid back or crazy or wacky, put a suit on, man. It just makes you look a lot better. And I guess I'll be honest, I think this is the best, sharpest Omos looked. He looked like an actual star here. He pushed the hell out of Braun Strowman. You guys know exactly how I feel about Braun Strowman. I think he's a jobber. And week after week, he just is looking more like a jobber. And even on commentary, and the story of this match is now, because Braun Strowman is facing Omos, will he be exposed? I'm really wondering what they're gonna do. I'm assuming Omos is gonna win this feud, then that really doesn't leave much for Braun Strowman to do. Now the thing is, Braun Strowman can speak. He's not, like I said, perfect on the mic, but he can speak. He can deliver his lines fine enough. Omos can't. Sure, he has MVP, but will he have MVP for the rest of the time? Here's the feeling I'm getting. Whoever loses this match is gonna slowly fade out and just retire or get into a comedy role. So I might be completely wrong. This is just a feeling I have. But if Omos loses, that's gonna be, it for his big push. But he's newer. He never even touched the WWE Championship. So I really feel like Omos is gonna come out on top on this feud. And regardless, whoever loses this one, it's gonna be hard for them to bounce back and do anything meaningful and be taken seriously again, I'll be honest with you. And let's change the scenery a little bit right here. There we go. Make things look a little different. Yeah, this was it. He pushed the hell out of Strowman. And yeah, Strowman just smiled. The match is going to be interesting. I mean, just these are two big specimens. And just that alone, for me, sells the match. But it's also scary because big man versus big man, it can go wrong. It can be a little boring. It doesn't work. Sometimes, most of the time, honestly. And with the guys being Omos and Braun Strowman, who are not any geniuses inside the ring, especially Omos, it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this. But yeah, I'm not interested in the match too much. More so, I'm interested in what's going to happen after their match at Crown Jewel. That was made official, by the way, in that segment. And we had the worst theme song ever. Again, we had to listen to that as Damage Control came out for their Tag Team Championship match. Champions came out first. Look at that. I didn't think Triple H would do stuff like that. My philosophy is, if it's not absolutely necessary, if there's not a specific reason, champions should always come out second or last because, of prestige. Simple as that. Anyways, this match was good. As a matter of fact, it was a lot better than most of Damage Control's matches. Everything worked well here. The one thing I didn't like is actually you're looking at it. So basically, Shotzi jumped off from the shoulders of Raquel Rodriguez. And while they were setting that whole thing up, all Io Sky and Dakota Kai did was, please, no, don't. They did this for, a whole minute instead of running away. And just it's just hard to suspend your disbelief with this one. It just makes it too obvious that these people are working together. Obviously, it's no secret. We all know that, but at least try to hide it more, Regardless, like I said, especially compared to Raw, I hated their matches. I really was down on it, but this was okay. This was all right. A little bit of a mishap with the moonsault as well. Io Sky didn't hit her spot on, but doesn't matter. They got the win. Actually, now that I remember, they did a little bit of a botch too, when Dakota Kai broke up the Finn by reversing Raquel Rodriguez's powerbomb, right? The ref was supposed to count to 1 and 2. Then Dakota Kai would oh, luckily enough, I fell over after I reversed my Rodriguez's finisher. But no, Io Sky or Dakota Kai, they're confusing, man. Anyways, Dakota broke up the pin too early and they botched that spot a little bit. But yeah, like I said, this match was much better compared to most of the other matches Damage Control has been a part of. So can't complain too much here. I'm hoping they just get better and better and better. Speaking of better, this was easily the best match of the night. I mean, Rey Mysterio is an absolute machine. I don't know how old he is. I'm guessing he's pushing 50, and he doesn't feel like that at all. Like at this point, at one point in this match, he had a springboard, and he literally hit it like it was WWE 2K. Absolute perfection, bro. Like, I cannot understand how this guy is still so fast, still so athletic, still so insanely good in the ring. Like, what did you make a deal with the Devils? Like, what did you do, Rey Mysterio? Anyways, Ludwig Kaiser, for me anyway, shined here as well. Great work. I mean, just the timing, like in the ring, Kaiser and Imperium in general, they are impeccable. You know, I always complain about the discrepancies, the inconsistency, little stuff that you don't care about. These guys care about it. And that's why their matches are always so good. That's why Gunther has always banger after banger after banger, no matter almost who he is in the ring with. Same goes for Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser here. And when Kaiser is in the ring with a star, like a legend with Rey Mysterio, I mean, this was a great match to watch. I enjoyed it thoroughly. The crowd was also awesome. They were chanting for the 619. I mean, Ludwig Kaiser played the heel perfectly. Rey Mysterio played his role perfectly. But what's new there? In the ring, I have no complaints about Rey Mysterio at all. Outside the ring, you know, Rey Mysterio can be hit or miss, but when it comes to his promos and act and all that. But in the ring, man, like, yeah, this was the springboard I'm talking. It was literally perfect. It was literally perfect. I like insane. Mysterio is way too old to be doing any of this stuff this well. And I don't think they're going to show it here. But yeah, right before we see the 619, Mysterio, you know, channels his inner Eddie Guerrero. The spot was a little unclear. When I watched the second time, I got exactly what happened. Like the first time it happened before the replay, like, okay, I guess the ref thought Gunther hit Rey Mysterio with the chair, and like I don't exactly know what's going on. But when I saw the replay and paid more attention, I mean, that was cool. Like I have no complaints about this match. Definitely, easily the best match of the night. And then we get to the main event of the evening, main segment anyways. And throughout the night we had backstage segments, but like again the Bloodline and Logan Paul arriving in the arena, but nothing that I can really mention. Actually, never mind that, scratch that. We had two promos that I can recall. One was Bray Wyatt with his music playing on the background, which was completely new. I'm not used to hearing that at all. And we had another promo that was in the same style, Legado del Fantasma. Their music was playing in the background and they were cutting a promo, pre-recorded promo backstage, and I hated it. Number one, especially in the promo of Bray Wyatt, I could not hear for the life of me what he was trying to say because his music was too loud and his voice was too low, too quiet, in other words. Not only that, but he cut one of those, you know, Riddle type promos, not Matt Riddle, but like, oh, I'm mysterious, hear me speak in circles, say strange phrases, allude to stuff. He again pulls it off and, you know, gets some sort of a reaction from the crowd because he's so damn charismatic when he's doing it. But like, yeah, I have no clue what he just said. Obviously, I just watched it once and I've never looked back. I never took notes. So if I went back and watched it again, I'll probably remember or surmise what he was trying to say there. But yeah, that was one of the things I didn't like about the original Bray Wyatt, but again, he pulls it off because he has so much charisma. The segment in general, like I said, I don't think the music is necessary. It's just weird. It feels like a video game, right? A video game from the 80s. It's just like, it's so out of place. Maybe it's because we've never seen this before or I'm not used to it at all. But yeah, you can do away with the music, honestly. Try that stuff in NXT, not here at the main roster. Same with Legado del Fantasma. Okay, they said what they wanted to say, cool. Then we had Hit Row also announcing that they'll have a secret partner next week or something. Hopefully someone good, because otherwise Hit Row is quickly going to the grave because they're just unbearable. I'd rather watch Liv Morgan than Hit Row at this point, especially because of Top Dollar, who seems to be acting like a cool guy, even though he really isn't. They're not connecting with me at all, and I don't think I'm alone in this. They're not connecting with the audience in general. Okay, and here I was saying there was no important backstage segments a moment ago. Now we can get to the main event where Logan Paul came out and cut a decent promo. The crowd was not like a smarky, smart mark crowd. If that was the case, he would have been booed. He got booed here as well, but like a lot less, and the crowd didn't want him, didn't run over him, and frankly they shouldn't have, even if they had the chance to, because Logan Paul got a good promo here. In fact, everything Logan Paul did here was good or really good. It feels like it was just born to do this, you know? He's a perfect fit for the WWE when it comes to his personality, but also his athleticism. He's just good. And he proved it again when he punched Jey Uso at the end. That was one of the best punches I've seen in wrestling in a long while. Like, that looked real. It was so good that it probably made Big Show cry. Then again, anything can make Big Show cry. And the promo was good as well. Like, it wasn't like an awesome promo that left me, you know, like not an MJF, not a CM Punk, not a Rock promo, but it just got the point across. He was confident. He just, yeah, the character work. I loved everything about this. Then Jey Uso, obviously going rogue on the bloodline. There is something is about to happen. He's definitely paying for this the next time on SmackDown or something like that. He attacked not Jey Uso, Logan Paul. Like, yeah, I mean, the way he sold these punches, the moves, way he sold this super kick, and then this punch was, man, just picture perfect. Absolutely perfect. Like, great work by both of these guys. Absolutely amazing. And then, yeah, he's just acting like this, you know, going all cocky, swaggy. He's saying, you know, one punch, baby, as the show ends. We saw him train with Shawn Michaels. I'm expecting a banger at the Crown Jewel. We're going to see a real entertaining match. And somehow, in some way, even after all we've seen Logan Paul do, he's going to shock us again. Even more so. I remember saying at the beginning when Logan Paul first came in to do anything, like, he's got an amateur background. He's actually pretty good at it. He's done boxing, so he's good. He's enough of an athlete to actually get in the ring. But like, wow, this is for a beginner, for a guy with his experience, which is very, very little. He's extremely, extremely impressive. You know how they used to say for Randy Orton all the time, if you built a WWE superstar from the ground up, it would be like Randy Orton. I can say the same thing for Logan Paul, except the hairline thing. If we fix the hairline, dude, he's just like he wears this business like a glove, or fits to it like a glove. You get what I mean. So yeah, W Logan. There's not much else I can say. I'm also excited to see Rey Mysterio and Gunther, which is something that I told you guys already. I think the match they're gonna have is going to be special, and it's going to be something that we remember for a long, long time. Like, if they get to do it right, it's going to be an instant classic. It could be an all-timer, because Rey Mysterio is the best small guy, little guy I know, and Walter is like the best mean, bad guy, big guy that I know. So we got the perfect David versus the perfect Goliath, and yeah, that might be like one of my most hyped matches for a long, long, long time. And looking at Crown Jewel now, the match card isn't thrown together, right? And a lot of the matches now have storyline. And like, match card wise, on paper, this is one of the best looking Crown Jewels I've ever seen, I believe. But let me know what you guys think about Crown Jewel, or more specifically, what you guys think about Logan Paul. With that being said, I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers so I can unlock like a bunch of features. I can upload faster, and obviously also grow the channel in size in general. So it would really help me out if you click that like button, if you subscribed, because more reviews like this are on the way. We're going to be playing the AEW game when it comes out, WWE 2K22, 23 when that comes out. We're going to talk about wrestling news, bunch more content about pro wrestling will be coming your way. So like I said, hit that like button and subscribe, because it would really, really help me out more than you would ever know. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.